Yo, 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 what is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love? My name is Jamal Pope, aka J Phoenix, and this is going to be your astrology forecast for Thursday, February 1st of 2024. Appreciate you all joining me in this video. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful week so far. We're already in February. This year's already moving by pretty quickly, and yeah, we're about halfway through Aquarius season as well, too. So, well, we're getting to that point. We're a little less than halfway, but we're about to be halfway through Aquarius season. So things are definitely picking up, And yeah, so let's go ahead and hop into these astrological transits so we can see how you can be better prepared to navigate these celestial energies. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up the new calendar. This is the February 2024 transit calendar. As you can see, February is going to be jam-packed, full of important dates and 3 mega important dates. I'm going to at least pick 3 mega important dates for each month. These are the ones that I see as the most important, each one becoming more important than the last. So I will be doing the February overview video. I will be filming it tonight or sometime tomorrow, but you can expect to see that video coming out in the next few days. But as you can see, we have that moon that's going to enter into Scorpio today, as well as a Mercury that's going to be sextiling Neptune. So not the craziest of days, although the moon will be moving into its fall position, getting ready for that third quarter moon that we will see on Friday. And then Saturday is going to be a building energy kind of day because there's not really a whole lot going on except for the moon making aspects. But yeah, this is your February 2024 transit calendar. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop into chart itself. All right. So here we are at February 1st, 2024, 6 a.m. here in Smyrna, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. We have that moon that's going to be finishing up in Libra today. It will make a nice little quincunx over to Neptune. So we got that awkward stare, of course, from across the room. And that energy where the moon, of course, is wanting to feel the balance, the harmony, and wanting to feel the ability to compromise. But of course, we can't compromise our spirit. We can't compromise our soul. And that's the one thing about this that we have to remind ourselves. With this quincunx over to Neptune, Neptune's going to provide a bit of a hard energy to this moon. The moon's getting closer to Scorpio, so it's losing its strength. Neptune, meanwhile, is at full strength, especially at this degree. The degree of which it rules, it likes to be at 25 degrees. So it is arguably the strongest planet in the chart right now. So that's one thing that we have to take into consideration here, is that Neptune has been very, very strong. It's been very, very strong for a while. It's been at this degree. I mean, if we were to just take a look at how long it's even been at 25 degrees, it's been at this degree since, and just go back, since December 25th. So yeah, since Christmas, and then the entirety of January, this Neptune has been at 25 degrees. So that's the thing about it. If things have been feeling foggy, if things have been feeling weird, if it feels like time is definitely a bit of an illusion with Saturn here in Neptune, or in Neptune's house, that's the thing about this. It's been a very, very weird energy as far as that goes. So now we have the moon, of course, it's going to be making this other quincunx to the Neptune here in Libra, the second of which it will make to this Neptune, with it being at this degree, right? So, of course, last time, energy is definitely a lot different. Sun was in Capricorn during the last one. Mercury was still in retrograde. It hadn't even come direct yet. Jupiter was still a retrograde. So things are a little bit different now, right, from the last time that we experienced this. Now, of course, this is a minor aspect, and most of you guys will probably even be asleep by the time that the moon comes off of this aspect. But it's interesting that that's just where we start the day. Unless you're in Europe, you're going to actually experience this during your day. But yeah, this moon, of course, is wanting to find the balance and harmony of things. And, we have to be able to kind of look at things right now, kind of look at the reality and see that, things are definitely a bit up in the air right now. We definitely are having to kind of like go with the flow. I think it's good to have a plan that has some sense of direction with the Mercury and Mars and Venus still here in Capricorn. But all of these energies are going to be moving to Aquarius soon. And we're going to be dealing with the Aquarian aspect of adulting, because you got to remember Saturn is a traditional ruler of Aquarius. So, there's that aspect of the adulting energy, the planning energy that we're coming to. Now, like I said, we're not going to really see a whole lot happening. We're going to see, of course, that moon is going to slip into Scorpio. It's going to be starting around 4 p.m., a little bit before 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, moon is at fallen Scorpio, so it does not really care to be here, and it's going to begin to make its opposition over here to Jupiter. Now, the other thing, of course, is that the moment that the moon shifts into Scorpio, it's going to square Pluto, and thus begins the next 20-year cycle of fallen moons squaring over to Pluto in Aquarius, which is definitely going to bring up deeper emotions, deeper issues with intimacy, and intimacy with other people, intimacy with groups of people, intimacy with the world at large, and dealing with the sort of quantum electrical communication that humans have with each other. And it's going to take things down to a deeper, more emotional, more intimate level. So that's kind of the interesting thing about this. We're going to start to see very interesting and weird synchronicities. Like, for example, I didn't even know this was a thing, right? I'm a millennial, but apparently there was this thing where, you have kids nowadays where they're in the car with their parents and they're on their iPads and shit. Apparently, before all that, when I was younger, we used to imagine people doing parkour like along the buildings and stuff like that as like our parents were driving and stuff. And I thought I was the only one who did that. No, apparently it's a whole thing. But how in the world can people, or how in the world can kids come up with the same thing without really speaking much of it to each other? That talks about a level of communication that humans have with each other that goes a lot deeper than what is audibly said. It's deeper, it's more subconscious, right? And that's what we're going to start experiencing with a moon that's going to be going into Scorpio in its fall position and making squares over to the sun. Because whenever a planet is in fall, they have a lot of difficulty expressing the true nature of who they are. So it's hard for the moon to express itself when it's in Scorpio, because it's in a deeper place. It's in a bit of a sunken place. It's tough to express itself there, and with these, except with the square over to Pluto, which is transforming things forever, and Aquarius in many ways is kind of gives off this sort of broadcasting kind of energy. Now people's emotions are going to start being broadcasted in a way, or we're going to be challenged to kind of broadcast our emotions in a way that will seek to actually make things more intimate and kind of bring people a little bit more into our inner world. And a lot of people are not really ready to let down those walls. But the next 20 years of this transit is going to have us wanting to let down our walls a little bit emotionally. And, it's either we do it ourselves or spirit's going to do it for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can only suppress things for so long. But now we're going to start getting that kind of energy. So interesting thing right there, of course. Just prepare for that kind of thing. So we are building up to the third quarter square to the sun, which will be happening tomorrow. We do have, of course, Mercury that's going to enter the 25th degree and begin its sextile over to Neptune as well. So that's a harmonious energy, of course. Mercury, of course, moving things forward, and especially with it being at this degree of 25, Mercury is going to be more so focused on the spiritual mission and the spiritual legacy, right? So there's an opportunity that opens up here to really begin to kind of look through the fog, be able to walk through the fog. All planets are moving forward. This is the time to act. This is the time to move forward. This is the time to manifest. There's nothing really holding us back right now. And the sextile is going to give us just another opportunity to kind of, put our mind into a more imaginative place, especially here at 25 degrees. This is about how can you pretty much exalt your imagination? How can you take your imagination and build it and actually create something out of it and actually make manifest it? Especially here at Mars here and its exaltation at 21 degrees of Capricorn, which is a pretty awesome degree for it to be at, just because it's going to also take that vision as well and really act upon it in a beautiful way. But it comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself, whether or not you believe that you're capable of doing this thing. Um, and that may be a little bit difficult when a moon is in Scorpio and things are feeling a little bit deeper. So anyone that has the moon in Scorpio, first of all, these are badass people, because these are people that feel emotions on such a deep level that they probably are even more misunderstood than Sun Scorpio people, right? And Moon Scorpio people, these are people that have a deep, potent energy, and they are some of the most empathetic people in the world. They may come across sometimes as a bit dark and harsh, but that's only because they feel emotions so deeply that they will understand people before they even say something. They will understand someone's emotions before they even communicate it to them, because they just feel it that much and they're so magnetic. So that's the thing about the moon in Scorpio, is that it's a very emotionally magnetic kind of energy, and it can be very intense and it can be very potent. And a lot of people are really ready for that kind of energy, because it does seek in many ways to break down some of these boundaries and barriers. And it really is a representation of, there aren't really any boundaries or barriers between us, because even the barriers that we may put up, there's always a back door, there's always a way in. And especially with this square from the moon over to Pluto, it's just going to show that there's definitely always ways in. There's always a back door, if you will. There's always an unorthodox way to get in, and that the communication, the messages are going to come through whether we like it or not. I think, this could be a time where people maybe want to still like kind of escape from things, kind of run away from things. But the truth is the truth, and it's always going to come out. So, we can run away, we can suppress, we can adjust our algorithm to the way that we receive we can adjust our algorithm to the way that we want to receive information. But if there's a message that is meant for you, the spirit has for you, it's going to get to you one way or another, whether it's through a person, whether it's through an ad, whether it's through just the stuff that you see while driving or being out in the world. It's going to get to you. And sometimes they're not always going to be pretty. Sometimes it's a medicine it may not taste good, but it's designed to heal your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I think a day like today, I think it could be a very positive day, especially, like I said, with that Mercury sextiling over to Neptune. So, like I said, it does give us a nice little opportunity to kind of take our imagination and really see how we can make that something awesome. And at the very least, this is going to give us an opportunity to think big. Think big. Mercury is all about, thoughts and stuff like that, and moving things forward. It's about the mind. And with it being in Capricorn, it's already thinking big. Sextile to Neptune, this is like think bigger. Imagine more. Imagine the possibilities and what you can do. Think big. Put it out there, And like I said, this is a really good time, and I gotta do a better job of it myself. But this is a great time to do some journaling, to kind of write out your thoughts, write out some actions you want to take, write out your dreams, your goals. This is like a great time to do that, especially with Mercury and Pluto coming closer and closer together now. And Mars is going to come over, and that's the thing with February. Mercury is going to conjunct Pluto, then Mars is going to conjunct Pluto, and then Venus is going to conjunct Pluto. Mercury is going to catch up to the sun. It's not going to quite consume the sun. It's like right at the end of the month where the Mercury, Sun, Saturn conjunction happens at the same time. That's going to be an intense day, right? So this is going to be, like I said, this is kind of like a precursor energy to what's kind of coming up. And now we're going to start taking a lot more intimate and deeper look at ourselves and our life. And, we're going to start to really feel more into the collective fabric, the collective energy, the collective experience. So it's going to be something that's going to oddly unite people. And it's going to be something that really, starts to humanize people and starts to make people realize that we really are all in this together. So we might as well work as a team to move forward, to evolve and to, bring this world and bring this reality into its next evolution, its next step. So, yeah, that's what I got for you guys today for February 1st. Let's go ahead and hop into the cards, shall we? So, all right, let's see what we got today. I have the King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups in reverse. I'm telling you, I'm getting a lot of court cards in reverse. I've been getting a lot of kings. I've been getting a lot of queens. This is telling me that there's something going on with a lot of the political leaders in the world, a lot of the religious leaders in the world, or leaders in general in the world. There's something that's going on here. There's some sort of reversal. There's some sort of equalizer, because I feel like these people don't have the confidence that they used to have. The King of Cups, this is an individual that is normally very emotionally sound and very in touch with their emotions, but with it being in reverse, this does kind of gives me kind of the feeling of like Hades when he like freaks out. Normally Hades, like from Hercules, is like calm, cool, and collected, but then when he freaks out, his hair gets all flamed up and everything. That's kind of what this energy kind of gives me. I want to see what it's followed by. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Golly, so there's something going on with these something's going on with these leaders. I don't know. I think we should just be on the lookout for what some of the political leaders, some of the religious leaders, some of just the leaders in general in the world, the presidents, the prime ministers, stuff like that. Something's going on. I think something's going on behind the scenes, and stuff that we're not necessarily privy to. I think we can all feel that they're a bit flustered at the moment. That something's happened. There's a great equalizer that's happening. And I think a lot of the things are about to start to really be revealed. That's the other thing about the moon. And the moon is Scorpio. You can't hide your emotions from a moon in Scorpio. You can try, but you can't really hide your emotions from them. Now, moon and Scorpio people are pretty good. They're pretty good at concealing their emotions themselves, but you can't hide your emotions from them. Now that we have Pluto that's going to be squaring moon, like Scorpio moons now for the next 20 years, and it's in Aquarius, this is dealing with a lot of uncovering and challenging of like just humanity, and a lot of the things that we have kept hidden, which is Scorpio energy, hidden secrets, conspiracies, the occult, all these things are about to start to get challenged more and more and more and more and more. So there's definitely some flustered kind of energy to a day like today. We have that followed by the Chariot. Interesting enough, though. But both of these cards are reversed, so maybe the tides are shifting. Maybe, the power is going to start coming back more to the individual in a sense. The Chariot card here as the bottom card, it just speaks to going out of your comfort zone and actually seeking the adventure and realizing the success and kind of going outside your comfort zone. Like I said, think big. With that Mercury, that's going to be sextiling Neptune at 25 degrees. This is about, no imagination is too small. No dream is too small. It can definitely be accomplished. It could definitely happen and make itself known and make itself manifest. Well, you have to manifest it, but it can happen. You know what I'm saying? So, but in order to do that, we kind of have to break out of our comfort zone. So maybe this King of Cups and the Queen of Cups is like our mom and dad kind of energy. You know what I mean? And since it's reversed, maybe the Chariot is the child that decides to go up. Maybe they go off to college. Maybe they move to another state. Maybe they do something, but they move out of the home. And I think that's what the universe is wanting us to do. The universe is wanting us to kind of move out of mom and dad's house and go out into the world and go out and explore and to use our imagination, use our creativity, and realize that we do have the tools to succeed and to survive and to even thrive if we really want to. But we have to be able to get over any fears of opening up and being more intimate with ourselves and living a more intimate life and living a life that's more on purpose. So that's going to do it for your astrology forecast today. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below to my website, jphoenix.com. And as always, y'all take care, stay blessed, have a wonderful Thursday, I will see you all on the next astrology forecast. Peace.